This little thing here, do you know what it is? Take a good look. This caused a lot of people to struggle financially. It caused individuals to go bankrupt. It helps some people to build good credit, but it's a nightmare for a lot of people. You may be surprised what it is doing for me. Maybe good, maybe bad. Stick around and you shall find out. While in Jamaica, I was debt free like a bird. Now I'm in Canada, I'm in debt. Interestingly, now I'm a part of the statistics. This was really shocking to me, like I was so shocked. The average consumer debt in Canada right now, not including mortgage, consumer debt is $21,128. With Alberta, interestingly, being the highest with a little bit over $25,000. I always hear say Alberta cheaper than Ontario. Manitoba the lowest, just about $17,000. And Ontario, the expensive city, just about $21,000. I was literally shocked because the cost of living in Toronto is extremely expensive when you do your basic research. With interest rate keep on going up like this, anyone with debt such as a variable mortgage interest rate, a line of credit, a home equity, and some student loan, they are going to be paying more and they're going to be a little bit more strapped for cash. So because I'm in a country where credit is more important than a country like Jamaica, I'm not saying credit is not important in Jamaica, because if you have bad credit in Jamaica, you're screwed to an extent as well. But you can survive without saying you're going to try and build your credit score, if you get what I mean. I have to get a credit card, I have to. Well, may have one. But in Jamaica, I didn't have one primarily because of 3 reasons. So the first one is once you have 3 paychecks in Jamaica, that is automatically your credit score to an extent. So that can get the job done, whatever you want to do. They're going to ask you 3 last pay stub and that's it. They don't really need to check your credit, although they're going to run it. But more likely, you won't have bad credit if you were normally just paying your bills and you don't owe anybody like student loan. Well, you owe them, but you pay your money. The second reason is that the first time I applied for a credit card, guess what? It was denied because guess what? Them say me have bad credit. How on earth could I have bad credit? Me who never owe nobody yet. So apparently what happened is that student loan sent over my file to Credit Bureau or Credit Info, one of them. Those are the places that you can actually go and check your credit to see your standings. So apparently they said that this guy Hemar here is not paying us any money, so here I'm going to send over his file to the Credit Info or Credit Bureau, whichever it is. And so they did. And the worst part about it, I'm me supposed to send them over because between them and UTech, them still owe me $60,000. Which me not think me can get back ever again. So pretty much they wrongfully sent over my name and that was sorted out, right? And the next thing was that the card which I was applying for, well, I applied and it got denied because of the same number too. So the card which I was applying for was a cashback card. So when I did the math on the cashback card after, it would cover the annual fee. So what's the point if I'm going to take a card and it is not being paid for by the cashback that I would be earning? That's why it is very important that you do the math on these things to see if it actually makes sense for you. So why pay the bank some fees just to use their card? Does that make sense? Well, not in my case. Does it make sense to you? So this little hot plastic I have here, yeah, I call them hot plastic, right? It's a no annual fee. So even if I just get $1 in cash back, I'm getting paid to spend money with the bank's money, or OPM, so they call it. But I don't see it that way because me have to go pay back for, I still my money. But you know what, I've been wondering differently still, when you get a credit card, is it a thing that you need to max it out? Is it a flex? Because legit, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna max this out right now. Anyways, I'm just joking, but because I always hear people talking about credit card maxed out and you read online individuals maxing out their credit card, I was always thinking maybe it's something to do. Maybe they have a bucket list and just want to take it off. Just maybe. But you know who is really smart in this equation? The banks. Not that they only lend you a credit card, they ensure that they show you the balance in positive, not a negative, the balance is in positive. So the more money you spend, the more you see the balance go up. So I think that have a little psychological thing to do with the brain. This is something that I am going to really research. As in, would individuals be forced to use their credit card more wisely if they were seeing a negative account versus a positive balance? A negative account would mean that you're overpaying, but a positive mean that you're spending. But the banks are smart, they know what they're doing. Because think about it, looking at a minus $20,000 versus $20,000, big psychological difference right there. But this is my little credit card. Whoa, nothing bad, but it's a bit annoying. Not that I'm going to be delinquent and not pay back the loan, but let's say I purchase an item, I get that item, do whatever I want to do with it. Now I have an outstanding balance. Now when it's time to pay that bill, it's like I'm paying twice, because when you use a debit card, if a $10 cost, you pay $10 right away and you move on with your life. The thing is that though, even though I say I'm in debt, doesn't mean that I have a mountain over my head. My debt is just that it's borrowed money and I have to pay it back. So it is small. So like my credit card limit is like $2,500 and my balance is around 6 bills thereabouts. So nothing too fancy, but it's very annoying to be paying back that money after you done spend it already. So now I understand with individuals who are not disciplined with poor money management skills can easily fall into credit card debt, and then those interest rates are not cute. So if you have a credit card, make sure you pay it in full and in time and before your due date at all times. Don't pay the minimum balance. Never do that. That's more fees for you. If you want some tips on how to use your credit card wisely, you can check out my video on how to use a credit card. I'll leave the link in the description below. That's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.